Hey guys, what's up? Kevin DeBruin, the Fit Rocket Scientist here. Today, NASA announced big discoveries about the ocean worlds in our solar system. Alright, this is awesome information just released today at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to tell you about it. So there was two really big observations of papers that were published today and released, and we're going to talk all about it. So the first one is about Enceladus. So this is Enceladus for now. And it's one of the moons of Saturn, so it's orbiting Saturn around there. It's really, really small. This is not the scale. But so Enceladus is out there orbiting Saturn, and there was a spacecraft called Cassini that went into orbit around Saturn about 2004, has been going around taking measurements. Well, in 2015, it flew through Enceladus's plumes. Yes, I said plumes. Enceladus, on its south polar terrain, has plumes. Plumes coming out of it. Plumes coming out of it. And Cassini came and flew right through these plumes, okay? And what it detected was molecular hydrogen in these plumes, which is fascinating because it really gives us a better potential for harboring life within the ocean of Enceladus. So it's like frozen on the outside, and then there is a global ocean underneath it. So if you take the hydrogen and combine it with the carbon dioxide that's dissolved in the ocean, you actually get something called a process called methanogenesis. So the byproduct is methane, and it's kind of like how trees operate here on Earth, but you're out there without the sun. You don't have the sun's energy, it's chemical energy that's out there, which is amazing. And okay, so the really big thing of why this is important is because to find life, or to be habitable, we believe you need three ingredients for life. You need liquid water from life, that we know here on Earth, you need that. You need energy to power the metabolism of life, and then you need chemistry. You need the right things. You need the right elements. You need carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, schnapps for short. That's an adult joke right there. If you have all of those things, that's the correct formula for life as we know it here on Earth. So now that we're finding hydrogen, we think that is actually evidence of hydrothermal activity on the ocean floor of Enceladus. So hydrothermal vents releasing salts and minerals into this ocean. Some of that stuff being actually hydrogen. So the one thing that we haven't found yet, we have not found phosphorus or sulfur in the ocean, but it still is increasingly suspected that it's in there as well with all this stuff. They have the full schnapps, the energy, the liquid water right there, Enceladus, amazing new evidence that we just found, okay? So the second thing that was released today is about Europa, and you can see this is Europa because of the sticker. So Europa is one of the moons of Jupiter. Again, really not to scale. Jupiter is huge, but it's orbiting Jupiter. It's one of the four big Galilean moons that are out there. And Europa is awesome. So we've been observing it with the Hubble Telescope. In 2012, we saw what could have been plumes coming off of it. And then in 2014, we observed again, which saw plumes coming off of like the southern part, kind of like over here, like coming off over here. And then in 2016, this is the big discovery, is the exact same spot that we were seeing these plumes come out. I don't even think you can see this. These plumes come out in 2016 was the same spot as 2014, so it's repeatability. They found repeat measurements or repeat observations of these potential plume detections that are coming out there. So Europa is a lot larger than Enceladus. These are not actually to scale, but Europa is a lot bigger than Enceladus. But if it is confirmed and it's believed that the plumes activity is the same thing that's going on out of Enceladus, there could be hydrothermal vents inside this ocean, really giving it the chemistry, the liquid water it already has, and the energy to support life. So the search for life is looking even more promising with our own solar system here, with Enceladus and Europa here. So how Europa was detected was using the Hubble Telescope. The Hubble Telescope is actually orbiting around a point outside of Earth, and it's looking very far out in the distance, and it is observing Europa as it passes in front of Jupiter actually, and it blocks some of the shadow of Jupiter, so you're able to see possible things coming off the side, and that's what gets detected by the Hubble Telescope on Europa. So we found repeat evidence of plumes at Europa. We found hydrogen at Enceladus in its plumes, which means it's coming from the ocean. Gives it more credibility for the schnapps and the full ingredients of life. And all of this is leading to us finding fish. Spoiler alert, no, haven't found fish yet. finding things in this ocean. Microbacteria is what we're looking for. But what I tell everybody is that we're going out there and we're gonna find some space fish. Yeah, this is the best fish I got. These fish are so much cooler though.